Welcome back, warriors of Shu Han. In the last episode, we fended off Cao Cao, we recruited some of his officers, we made our push down south into the Jing Territory, so we're making some good progress. It's turned out a little bit better than I thought it would be. I'm pretty excited about how this game is going to play out. Last episode was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. I want to try to keep these around 30 minutes, but we made some good progress, so I wanted to keep going. So we're just going to load our game. We're going to pick up right where we left off. January 203. Take a swig on my coffee. Yeah, I was listening to that podcast I was telling you guys about in the first episode. There's one episode about the Silk Road. And I bet you the early stages of the Silk Road, they were traveling out here. So that's pretty interesting. The Roman Empire and all those guys were probably making some trades for some silk with China out 2,000 years ago. Out in these cities. I bet you that was going on. Okay, so let's see. No generals available. I typically leave myself with nothing to do when I'm done playing. So we're going to end that turn. We're going to start the next turn. So he's done searching. We're probably going to be able to bring most of our guys. Like I said, we're going to leave Wang Fu and Chao Lei in this city. We're not going to bring anything else. So right now, the bulk of our officers now are in this major city of Xiangyang. Let's take a look around, see who's who and what's what, and he picked up Jiangwan. That's okay, though. You know what? Because we're going to end up taking this guy over really soon. In fact, we're going to try to recruit Kai He out of that city. I bet you we'll be able to get this. Let's try it. No, we don't have anybody who can recruit. We got some people who can train. Let's do that. Let's just draft. Let's use this guy because he's the worst trainer. We're going to draft 9 just so we can get a nice... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's draft. 9. We'll let them train for 1 month. Now, the fewer troops that you draft and the more officers you have to train, the higher that spirit's going to move up. So we're kind of forced into not being able to do anything right now. We're going to let him spy. We should have sent somebody spying last month, but I think we ran out of turns. Do we have anybody search? Wang Fu. We're going to let him search too. We'll let him search out west. And that's all we can do for this turn. Okay, so remember I was telling you about items, and we got a +2 to mind, and we're going to learn the weather spell, which is great. Not that I ever even really use it, but it's cool to know that we can have that. Okay, we're going to recruit this guy right out of that city. That is what we're going to do. I know I'm back to this tried and true method, and we're going to try to recruit somebody without having to go to war, but I'm telling you what, that's the way to do it. And we're going to just... He says he's not confident, but you know what? I'm pretty confident. I'm really confident that this will work. I bet you we'll get him with Liu Bei. Yeah, so Yinmo is just basically telling us he's not confident, but that's okay. See, we got him. That's how you do it right there. So I got my arms up in the air like you guys can see it. So now we've got this city under our command too. So we're really making a good push, and we're gonna move, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna move 6 people. Actually, let's move 7. We're gonna move a couple other guys over there. We're going to take all of our troops because Here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to war, and we're going to get this city, and we're going to get that city. That is going to happen. Mark my words. It's going to happen. We got this in 2 months. And what we're going to do is we're going to send the foreign tribes over here to attack this city. Let's hope Sun Quan doesn't make an attack on that city. I hope that doesn't happen. If that happens, I'll be pretty upset. And we're going to send one horse, and we should get this to happen. Yep. Perfect. So, and then what I'm going to do is, so we don't want this city here, we don't want them to move into this city, or we don't want to have to chase him around. Actually, you know what? We can recruit that guy. I bet you we'll be able to get him. That's Kai He's brother, so let's... Yeah, so I moved some guys that I shouldn't have moved, but that's okay. They can attack Jiangjia from that city, but we're gonna move guys that can recruit over. Yep, okay. So we're just gonna move those guys over because they're gonna try to recruit Kai Chong out of this city, and we'll gain that city without having to go to war. Dirty, rotten tricks, I'm telling you what. That's how you do it. And then we can go to war the next month. We're going to be in great shape here, guys. In fact, I'm going to save this. I'm just going to save this. Because in the event that Sun Quan moves, I may want to reload the game. It's another one of those dirty, rotten tricks. If something happens that doesn't go the way you want it to go... Okay, so they're attacking out there. He was able to fight them off. We got a couple floods. Sun Quan's got gained some loyal troops. And we've got a music change. Let's see where those floods took place. So locusts are far away from us. Floods are all the way up in the northeast, way far away from us. Let's just double check here. Yep, he's got that one officer. Yeah, so I'm betting this is going to be a pretty easy score here. Let's go ahead and see who's out here. I mean, we could probably get that city too if we wanted. Let's just let Liu Bei try to get this officer out here. Nope, he has no desire to serve me, but that's okay. We're gonna get him. And then we're gonna go east and we're gonna take that other city over. Yep, we'll let Yiji do this. The Yij. I have little pet names for some of these guys, I don't know why. Pretty sure this is gonna work. We've still got some high politics guys that can try to get him. And even if this doesn't work, we can go to war and take that city over. Yep, let's let Sun Qian do this. Crossing my fingers here, guys. I think we can persuade him. I like when they say stuff like that. But it didn't work. So we got 2 more chances to try to recruit him. I'm hoping this works. Oh, he's telling me we won't be able to get it, but you know what? They're not always right. Okay, so we've got 1 chance left. Crossing my fingers here. Nope. Okay, so that didn't work. Alright, so what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to trap him. So we're going to take just a couple guys that we're not going to be taking to war, Liao He and Zhou Kang. we're going to move them down to Changsha. And from Changsha, I'm going to move over one city. We'll trap him there, and then we'll go ahead and attack Liu Biao here. The reason we're going to trap him, and the reason we have to attack here first, because if we attack the ruler and we capture him, if he's got one city left that he can't get to, your only option is to execute him. And I don't want to execute that guy. I want to try to recruit him. I want to try to get him to work for me, because he's got decent enough stats. And while this is happening, we're just going to go ahead and train for 1 month. And I think I'm going to put some of my guys working on some of these while we're doing this. Yeah, let's just do this real quick. And I think I may be able to get some guys here to search. Yep, so we're going to send all of those guys out to search. Actually, we may be able to send one of them out to spy. Yeah, we got 2 guys we can send spy. And let's do that. Let's send... Now, this is our military advisor, so I like to have him come back. So even if I have to send him for 1 month at a time, I will. But we're gonna continue to search for sure. Guess I didn't move that over far enough. We're gonna reward our guys. Anybody in our city? Nope, no travelers in our city. Oh, we got a free officer in this city. I wonder who that is. He may come work for me. I would like for him to, because he's another one of those guys that he's not particularly good at anything, and once we start getting these cities under control, eventually we'll put him in charge of one of those. In fact, I think historically he's in charge of Lingling with his son. So we'll throw him in one of those cities and we'll let him run that city. So let's just go ahead and end this turn for now. Okay. Our training is almost done. We're going to move this other guy that came back from searching. Both of these guys. Jia Kui and Peng Yi. We'll move them back. And we're going to move over one city here to Lingling. We'll have him trapped. Now this officer here, he can't do anything. He can't go anywhere if I attack him. But we're going to try to recruit him one more time. Let's just see if this works. If this doesn't work, he's trapped. We'll save the game, and then we'll go to war. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and try to get this guy. I think we'll be able to get him. Although I said that last time and it didn't work. He's trying to counter-recruit. Which is Froggle Knocker BS. Yep, and we're going to charm the pants off of him. And hopefully he's going to come work for us. Okay, so he's not giving in. But we're gonna try it again. We'll be able to take over that city fairly easily. He says he's not confident about his chances, but that's okay. He was right, but we're gonna try anyway. Alright, we're getting low on officers to try to recruit him. Let's see who's in this city. We might be able to... We'll play around with that when we're ready to move west. Actually, I don't want Cao Yun to do that, because we're going to have him attack. So we're going to try one more time with the bottom officer on this list, and then we're going to take the other guys to war if we don't get him. Okay, so time to go to war. And let's see. I'm not spying that area, which is pretty stupid of me, but that's okay. That's okay. I know that this guy doesn't have many troops down there, and he's a pretty weak warrior overall. So we can send... We're going to save our 3 best guys to go to the other guy, to go to the other city, and we're going to send... We're going to do it this way. We'll let Chang Fei be the commander. Take just a little bit of gold, a little bit of grain, and this guy should be pretty much a pushover. Yeah, and we're just gonna charge through him because he's not a very good officer. The training of those troops is very low, and charging, usually you end up losing more officers or more soldiers doing it, but we want to make this happen quick. So, I mean, he's pretty much down to his last leg here already. And that's it. So, we got him pretty quickly. And this city is ours. And then we're going to march east here really quickly. So, I recruit him now. We're going to throw him and his brother down in that city down here. In fact, let's do that now. Kai He. I don't care that their loyalty is low, and I almost don't even care if I lose that city. Almost. So we're going to move Kai He. We'll move him down. And we're going to we'll end up moving out of Changsha and Lingling because we're not quite ready to take those cities on just yet, but we'll be moving back into them pretty shortly. And we're going to move here, and we're going to take our 3 best guys. I'm pretty stoked that we picked up Xiao Ho Dun. That's a surprise. When you play with Liu Bei, getting one of Cao Cao's guys when you're that far away isn't very common. I'm going to take a little bit of gold, and then I'm going to take the remainder of our grain. We should be able to take the city over. No, I don't want my vassal city to go and join me in the attack. Okay, so he's going to fight from the castle. This should be pretty quick here, just like the other one. Yep. And we're going to get all the gold, all the grain, and all the officers. And we're going to try to attack only Liu Biao's unit, because if we take over the commander, then we're going to get all the other soldiers from the other units as well, too. So we're going to play the ignoring game. Should be looking up on this wall, okay. Okay, let's find out which unit is Liu Biao's. Okay, so he's got 39, and he's this guy right here up front. So we got to keep an eye on where he goes. We're going to try to flank him. Okay, well, he's not letting us flank. And these guys are just moving in. And we're just gonna end it quick. I picked up that guy Jiang Wan, if you saw. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be over and done with here real quick. And now he's backed himself into a corner where he can't move. So this will be over in 2 charges. 1 charge even. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're going to try to recruit all of these guys. Quite a few of them probably won't come work for us, but we'll see. So Jiang Wan, he doesn't want to come serve me, but he will. Lu Zong, that's the other ruler's son. We're going to imprison him. We're going to get all these guys. Koei Yu, Gan Ning. So they're not wanting to work for me right now, but that's okay. We'll get them. Han Song, we got him, great. Cao Mai, Mao, I should say. Oh, I didn't even try to recruit him. Wang Zhu, he'll never betray me. Su Fei, Fujian. And let's hope this guy comes to work for me. Yep, great. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up leaving Liu Biao here in this city with his sons. I'm going to form an alliance. I'm not going to give him any troops or anything like that. Our goal is to take over this entire region, but we're going to use our 2 major cities, and we're going to build up the forces there. Then we're going to move into Changsha, which is the 3rd biggest city. It's actually the 2nd biggest city, but the popular support's pretty low, and we don't want to spread ourselves too thin just yet. So we're kind of going to move out of these cities, and we're going to reorganize, and then we're going to... We can't do that right yet. Alright, that's fine. No generals available, but we can reward some people. So Kei Chong, who we recruited after battle, his loyalty is pretty high to me. But we're going to leave this city pretty much as is. So anybody else we can't really do anything yet. And what is going on out here? Okay, so he's got a pretty sizable army now at our footsteps. What we may do... Yep, we're going to have to do this. We're going to send the foreign tribes. We're going to send the foreign tribes out to knock him down a peg, and then we'll go ahead and form an alliance with him. We're going to send the southeast tribes. See, their hostility is at 57, but 1 horse will still get the job done. Yep, 1 horse. We're on fairly good terms with them, so this should work. Yep, so he's gladly going to accept. He's going to do his duty. He's going to go ahead and attack that city for us. And this guy here, Sun Quan, has 1 officer here, and he's not that powerful. So there's a pretty good chance that the tribes are going to attack him and do some serious damage down there, which is what we want to have happen. And can we spy? That's the $100 question. Nobody would spy in this city. Fusion. We'll let him spy 1 month. You know, I may end up leaving Fusion down there with them too. It's funny. Little shout out to some Dragon Ball Z action there with Fusion. If y'all get that reference. Is there anybody else I can have spy? And they're working on that city. Let's move their work detail down here to shops and get that built up. 7. Let's do that. We'll let him work on that for the rest of the year. We'll get farms and shops over 100, then we'll get dams built up. And like I said, this is going to be a feeder city, so we don't need guilds built up. And in fact, we don't even need to build any arrows. I'm sorry, any crossbows, because we've got 112 and we've got 176 horses. So there's not a whole lot we need to do. And in fact, in this city, we've probably got a lot more than that. So we don't have to build any armaments, but we're going to start building up guilds here in our main city so that we can get rapid firing crossbows and then we can get the catapults. I'm not going to build a battering ram because if you build a battering ram, you got to take it all the way up to the gate. You can get boulders dropped on your head. With a catapult, you can sit back and launch boulders to the city wall. So that's kind of a unique position that we have, that we won't have to build anything for a little while, and we can just wait till we get to the ability to build catapults. And I'm going to save this because we just went to war. We're going to have to reorganize some things here next month. We're going to pull some troops back, and we're going to make this work for us. See, he's already spread rumors, and they've already revolted. Look at that. And Chow Fan, he's going to be... Oh, we've got 2 guys wanting to serve us here. We got a free officer here in this city. I bet you that's Wu Ban. No, Blue Do. And the folk revolted in this town already. Man, that's irritating. But like I said, he gets pretty aggressive. So we want to get him dealt with. You know what? We're just gonna let the tribes invade these two cities here over and over and over again, because he's being there's a word I want to use right now to describe him, but I'm not going to use it because I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, so we're going to leave Fujian and Liu Biao there. We're going to leave 1,000 gold for them. We're going to leave... Yeah, we need to get that popular support up. We're not going to leave any troops there. And we're going to move all the prisoners. Hopefully none of them escape. And we're just going to let the guy that we just conquered, we're going to let him be the governor of the city. Yep, we're going to do it, folks. And so he's got 53 in charm. So we may need to go... 400 should do it. But since his charm is so low, we're going to go up one more point. This should make it at 80. Perfect. We'll give them each 1 gold. Let's see how much that lifted up their loyalty. Okay, pretty good. That's good. And we're going to let them build up this city a little bit. I think it's June, so we're just going to let them... Let's just go ahead and let them work on shops for now. And we're gonna move Zhou Kang out of this city. We don't need that city right now. Again, the popular support on those cities is pretty low. And let's see here. We're gonna give a reward to these guys, and we're gonna move all of them except for the 2 Kai brothers out of that city. Just going to let that city kind of just be as is. That's going to be a feeder city for us. We don't really need to build it up. We don't really need to do anything with it at this point. We're going to let Kai Chong be the governor of that city. And let's see what's going on out here. We might be able to recruit that guy, but I don't know that I want to focus west just yet. What we'll probably end up doing is see who we want to put and where we want to put them, because we're going to recruit quite a few guys here. We're going to what we want to do once we've conquered an area, the first thing we want to do is recruit guys that can recruit. Okay, so Jiang Wan, we've already got him. That's great. He's going to be our lead civil officer. And I know Kuai Liang, he can recruit, so we're going to... And the reason we're recruiting the recruiters is because that gives us another opportunity in the next month to recruit. It gives us another officer that we can use that recruit command on. So we're going to try to get Kuai Liang again. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. He's probably going to come serve me here. Nope. We're going to try one more time. We're actually going to move some other guys over from this city. Let's just go ahead and try this one more time. Nope, so he didn't want to come serve me right away. That's okay. Hey, no skin off my nose. We'll end up getting him. It's not like he has anywhere to go. He's locked up in prison, right? So we're going to make Jiang Wan, and we're going to make Han Song. Can we make anybody else a marshal? Yes, Kai Mao. Great. So now we've got quite a few civil officers. I thought I had picked up somebody else, but I guess not. And what we're going to do is we're going to move these guys to the other city out there. We're going to move a little bit, and we're going to move we're going to move the bulk of our troops out that way. And I'll tell you why here in just a sec. We're not going to move any of the prisoners, because Sun Quan, if he wants to, he can attack us. but he can attack here, but I'm willing to lose that city. So, but he can also attack here, and I'm not willing to lose that city. So let's just see here. Let's see what else we can do. Do I have anybody with foreign? Nope, I don't have any with foreign. I think I may have already done that, though, to be honest with you. I may have somebody who's got foreign here. Perfect. Let's see what happens if I try to get him to invade this city. This might not work. If I've already done it, this might not work. Okay, so we do. Okay, so he's saying their actions are unpredictable, but you know what? We're gonna try it anyway. Cool. Good job. Good. I like it. And so now the bulk of our officers are here. We're gonna move a couple guys over. In fact, we're gonna move all of these guys that can recruit over. We're just gonna move them all. Yeah, we're just gonna move them all. That way we can try to recruit the rest of these guys from this city. And then we'll go from there. We'll just use this guy to train. And let's go ahead and we'll save it next month. We'll save it next month. Okay, so he's attacking. Good. So the damages look severe on that city. One of our guys has gotten sick. We've got locusts in our one of our cities. And where is Cao Yun? He's here, I think. And he's ill. Let's see how much damage it did to that city. We're not even spying. Ugh. Well, see, now this is going to be the major area that we need to spy at. And in fact, we're going to let Fusion spy for 6 months here. And we're going to let Liu Biao, we'll let him spy for 6 months out there. That's all those guys can do. And this is going to be a feeder city for us, so we don't really need to worry about what they can and can't do. So I'm not too worried about that right now. And I'm looking for a guy to see if he's come out. May have missed our opportunity for Huang Chong. Ooh, Dong Yuan. Let's go ahead and see if we can move up to that city and get him. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here for now. And I'm going to play off camera for just a little bit. And not too much is going to change. When I get back, we'll see. But most of the stuff I'm going to be doing here is just kind of routine stuff. And I'll fill you in on everything else that I've done. But I'll probably only pay for another 6 months just to kind of do some of the routine stuff and get that out of the way. Because we're getting on over 30 minutes here for this episode. So I'm going to end it for now on this, and we'll come back and we'll play some more Romance of the Three Kingdoms.